It was another week of Florida's working families minding their own business when suddenly...
No, please, no!
Hi, Georgie. Aren't you going to say hello? I, Georgie, am Pennywise the Dancing Clown. You are Georgie. So now we know each other. Correct?
I guess so. I gotta go.
Go without this?
My toes!
Exactly. Go on, kiddo. Take it. Oh, you want it, don't you, Georgie? And when you're down here with me, you float too!
Week 3 at the Florida Capitol saw the Working Family Lobby Corps facing an action-packed agenda of both the expected and unexpected as union-busting and culture war bills began to rear their ugly faces in committee. Take House Bill 1471, which has the Orwellian companion bill titled Ideologies Inconsistent with American Principles. The first part of the bill bans Sharia or other religious laws from becoming the laws of Florida, as if that would ever happen in the first place. While the second part of the bill creates an appointed Chief of Domestic Security, who could decide any organization could suddenly be designated a domestic terror group based on vague language, personal interpretation, and very little court oversight, as Lobby Corps members made known.
When it comes to this bill, there are simply too many criteria that lack reliable standards. It addresses actions intended to, quote, intimidate or coerce. Is that a rally on the Capitol steps? An op-ed calling for someone to be removed from office? Acts, quote, dangerous to human life? Is that encouraging vaccines that the state doesn't support?
When the legal line depends on interpretation rather than conduct, it creates a chilling effect on our campuses and communities.
You have adults in this room who are full of fear, and it trickles down into the community, and the fear that this kind of bill produces is tangible. It has real impacts on real people who get anxious.
The bill was contentious among members, with its implications on free speech being dwarfed only by the inappropriate timing in the same week as the federal government's flagrant misuse of such vague terms.
I'm concerned because there's a trend that is happening in this country. I'm concerned that there's a trend when someone says something or does something that we don't like, or those in power don't like, that they are labeled. They are labeled as terrorists. In 1956, the state of Alabama sued the NAACP, arguing that it was causing irreparable injury to the property and civil rights of the residents of that state. Selective politicized enforcement is something that we're seeing, whether it's from McCarthyism back then to what we're seeing literally right now, as of even last week.
Elsewhere in the Capitol, working families began seeing ghosts and visions of malicious bills and issues long dormant, appearing from committee to committee, but closer inspection always revealed the truth. Returning members of the Working Family Lobby Corps will remember that we beat House Bill 221 last year, but it's back with a vengeance. This bill creates a massive loophole in Florida's constitutionally guaranteed minimum wage, allowing a company to create a new class of so-called work-study jobs that require the workers in those positions to waive their state constitutional rights and instead earn the federal minimum wage, which represents a 50% pay cut and an amount that's stayed stagnant since 2009.
Now, in this legislation, we describe structured work study. Who will define, though, how that structured work study is actually work study, and not free labor?
Giving corporations a handout at the expense of working class people, because that's who this is for. It's not just kids coming out of high school, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds who don't have any experience. It is people in transition between careers. They don't have any experience. I still had a wife, I still had a child, I still had a mortgage to pay, and there is no way. In 2016 dollars, I could have afforded my mortgage at $750 or $725 or whatever the federal minimum wage was. There is no way in 2026 dollars, I could certainly afford any of that.
My dad says there's no way to date this one. He says it's probably from the earlier mid-1700s, when there was a logging town. Hold it.
Pennywise the clown?
That's him. That's him.
200 years ago. He was here then?
Come on. It's just a drawing.
Now look, here he is again. The same man.
It's not a man.
It.
The most evil arrival of the week, though, made its face known in a surprise appearance in committee on Thursday, as the battered but unbroken working class realized that to some legislators, more union busting was still very much on the menu. House Bill 995 is the same union-busting bill that we saw last year, which builds on the disastrous work of SB 256 to create new and seemingly impossible hurdles for our public sector unions to overcome as the state works to eliminate them. One hurdle requires that moving forward, votes for the union to be certified must be a majority of the entire workplace, not just those voting. Despite the sudden appearance, though, the Working Family Lobby Corps was quick to mobilize, packing the committee room and eager to respond.
From limiting our rights to negotiate for our contract that benefits members and non-members alike, to giving us only 15 days to negotiate said contract, I ask, why does this committee and legislative body continue to make it hard for us to do our jobs?
Other members were quick to highlight the hypocrisy of the new hurdles and how not even legislators are playing by the same rules they demand the unions do.
Now, some people here have mentioned the one policy I want to touch on, that the 50% vote has to be of the entire bargaining unit. How many of you can look in the mirror and say that you are sitting here because you got a 50% plus one vote, not just of registered voters in your district, but of every resident in your district? That's what you are now expecting public sector unions to do.
Even members saw through the veiled attempt at updating statutes, calling the bill out for what it really is.
This bill is really a union-busting bill that goes directly to our educators. We can't do that.
And the love and respect and admiration that I have for teachers, those that leave the school 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, and I tell them, you don't have to be here that long. I don't have the money. They're like, Mr. Principal, I do it for the children. I love my kids in my classroom. I want to see something positive for my students. So for me to come here today and do this, I just can't.
Despite the malicious intentions revealed this week, the Working Family Lobby Corps still found momentum, rallying their strength and taking their solidarity to go on the offense, too, and even finding success in one committee in a way quite unlike any other. Senate Bill 1112 received its first hearing and approval this week. This bipartisan and pro-union bill provides more rights for temporary and labor pool workers by amending the Florida Labor Pool Act. As it currently stands, labor pools serve to provide temporary work for those in seasonal jobs or those recently freed from incarceration who are trying to get a foot back in the labor market. However, if an employer wants to give the worker a permanent job at their company, the labor pool is somehow allowed to charge an exorbitant fee to allow that worker to leave. This bill ends that form of indentured servitude by removing that loophole and forcing shady labor pools to register finally in the sunlight.
In today's market, where there are a lot of small businesses that need permanent employers that are lacking good talent, I think we need to remove those barriers so that we can create a good funnel of hardworking people who want to work, and businesses who need that.
The bill was met with critical acclaim from the committee members, reminding us of the importance of showing up and standing together in Tallahassee, scoring a much-needed win for the working family.
I can very easily see and hear the heartfelt sincerity by all of you today, and it makes it very, very easy to support this bill.
But you guys, when you go to bed tonight, lay your head on your pillow, know that you woke up today and you made a difference. So thank you for appearing.
Thank you.
All in all, week 3 of the legislative session represented a challenging but strong showing for the working people of Florida. Here are some of the first-hand accounts of the experiences of the Working Family Lobby Corps this week.
Hi, I'm Lisa Dubrava. I'm a 34-year member of the Teacher Association of Lee County.
All right. Hi, my name is Timothy Nessler. I'm from Broward County, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I work for American Airlines. I'm the president of my local for the IAM, the Machinist Union.
My name is Thomas Woods. I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran, and I couldn't think of a better way to continue to serve my country than becoming a school teacher.
And I really encourage my union brothers and sisters to be a part of legislation legislation session and come up and advocate for our fellow teachers as well as our students in education, public education.
It's a great place to be, to come up here, learn the process, do what needs to be done, and let your voices be heard. This is the best place to do it.
Happy to represent Brevard Federation of Teachers, and I'm in solidarity with all the working families and working people that are behind me.
Even though they scored a legislative win, working families are not resting on their laurels. With the legislators' bad bills still moving through the process, your unions are committed to defeating the evil of corporate interests, no matter how or when they threaten to come back.